Let's animate social anxiety. Hey everybody, welcome back. My name is Edwin Schaap and today we're gonna change it up a little bit because today I really want to talk about social anxiety and I really want to animate it as well. So instead of animating aggressive and epic shots, today we're gonna go really subtle and a little bit more meaningful. So how are we gonna animate social anxiety? Well, for that I have to talk about my experiences and think about like what represents that. And for me, it really goes up and down in my life. Like one moment, I can feel tall and 6'6", and I can feel like mighty and confident as a king, like a lion. And then another moment, I can feel so small, like a... So let's do that. Let's animate a lion and a cat that represent me. So let's get started. Once again, I'm collaborating with Massimo Righi. He has these amazing rigs. I used his rigs for King Kong, the V-Rexes, for the tiger, and now I'm using this beautiful lion. Look how realistic, so cool. The rig is fast, beautiful, has a nice fur coat, and the cat is just as beautiful. Look at how cute he is. Okay, so we got these rigs. Now I really want to come up with something that really represents that struggle that I have, that inner struggle. So yeah, so for me it's basically, I'm super self-conscious. Like when I have a conversation with somebody that I'm not so familiar with or not that comfortable with, I always start to, I keep thinking in my head, and I just block and I just don't know what to say at all anymore. So for example, I had moments in my life where I had lunch with somebody during work hours, and then the person that I don't know as well asks me, "Where do you live? What street?" And I would completely block, for example, and no idea what my street name is, and I just say something random just to get out of this trouble, and just things like that. But also like drinks or like social events, I just always tries to avoid that, or if I don't avoid it, I feel nervous all day long. And it's really a weird thing, like it's really the insecurity that really goes upside down. Like I said, like one time I feel like confident like a king, I feel like, oh yes, I got this. And then like this, I can change everything and I feel super insecure. Like I can go in a job interview, feel very confident, have a good first conversation, everything is fine. I feel like, oh yeah, I showed that I'm confident. And then maybe somehow, after a while, I somehow just change and suddenly I feel intimidated and then suddenly I become so small. So this battle between feeling tall and feeling small is super interesting. So let's do something with that. Hey Jimmy? Now we should put a shot of Jimmy like... So let's just start by blocking out the lion. So let's start with him holding his head up high, being confident. And then as the doubts start flying into his head, or my head, I'm starting to look down on myself. So let's have him look down, looking at his self-reflection. It's deep, it's deep. So I'm trying to hear that inner roar. So I'm looking up, the lion looks up, and then we probably are gonna put a roar. We hear like, let's do this. But then despite my self-consciousness, I'm also self-aware. So I also say to myself, no, don't let this rule your life. I need to do something, right? So I'm like, I'm hitting that self-reflection. I'm giving it a punch. And then I'm telling myself, no, you go to this social event, you go to the drinks, you go to a lunch. Be at it. Like I said in my previous video, I'm like, no, this cannot rule my life. I cannot give in, right? Like I cannot give in. I need to say no. If I want to make a short film and I have to deal with people, I have to do it. So basically, yeah, I'm trying to fight that self-consciousness and self-doubt, insecurity. I'm fighting that. So I'm saying no. I'm going and I'm starting to go and I walk up. I'm walking up that hill. So let's build a stairs and I'm gonna walk up to the stairs. But then I'm getting nervous all day. I'm going to the bathroom a few times and I'm super nervous. But hey, I'm doing it. And I won't lie, I'm trying to come up with excuses. Any excuse that I can make or get or take, I'll be happy to take that. And then while he's going up, I want the cat to creep up on me, like the insecurity is following me, right? So I'm trying to tell myself, I'm fine, I can do this, let's do this, and go there and open the door and roar! So that's where he gives a big roar, let's do that. And then there's always this moment where I feel like, yes, I did it, I showed some confidence, this is the new me, I feel confident now. And then for some reason, there's always maybe another alpha male or somebody, and somehow I always get back to this insecurity, always. So it's really like I try to be somebody else, and then I get stretched back to normal. It's always the same thing. And it's really like a circle of life. So let's do that. Let's make it a loop, because it's always returning for some reason. Please let me know in the comments if you have the same things. And it's such an interesting thing, because like I might look confident to you because I have this YouTube channel, but this is all me in my room, super simple, super easy. But if you put me in front of a small group of people where I have to do small talk, this is a big challenge for me. And it's weird because put me in front of a big audience so I can speak and I can prepare what I'm gonna say without having too much interaction. I'm fine with that. I acted in plays as a kid. I played Victor von Frankenstein, a clown, a suicidal clown. Kind of like the Joker. And I'm talking about this super lightly, but it's because I kind of accepted it, and since I accepted it and really acknowledged that this is just who I am, I'm super awkward sometimes. I just feel like it's almost okay now. Like I acknowledge sometimes with other people, like yeah, it's me awkward. Like I don't really care anymore. Like this is who I am, and it's okay. And that really helped myself to just deal with it. But as long as I don't make it rule my life, like I still need to do things that I need to do if I want that for my career or for my hobby, like my short films, then just go for it. And actually, the more I talk about this, also with other people, the more I realize how much people have the same social anxiety, and it makes me also feel less alone and actually feel a little bit better about myself. Anyways, enough talking about this. I'm using a bunch of references to make sure that the lion really feels like a real lion. So I'm kind of copying what I see, adding the ear flake. But actually I think that's overdoing it. Too many ear flakes. Let's get rid of that. So let's just select all and delete it. Really keep it simple and subtle. Actually, I do want to add that ear flake on the next shot, because then we really see, the audience can really understand this is his reflection when the ears are moving at the same time. So yeah, that looks alright. Now let's do the same thing for the lion. And then he gets angry, kind of at himself, at myself. And then he's like drowning into the deep. That's deep. Let's make the reflection water. Then he can smash it and it can splash, and it's visually also more powerful. Let's do that. And then he won't let us stand in the way and just climbs up that stairs. Alright, so I found this reference. Now let's just start copying these poses. Just start animating the body first, and then we'll make the feet follow. Let's add some jiggles in the skin. Alright, and then let's really get those details in, because once I have my courage, I really have the... I'm just gonna use the same reference for this shot, and I'm using this cube just to have the timing as a reference, and then I can start animating the body again. So he's really going for that confidence, but then still has a look back because he's still not really completely confident. Alright, lion is looking good. Now let's do the cat. Let's turn the world upside down. And let's find some references. I think I found the right one. Well, that describes me on my worst. That's when I get really insecure, when I get really clumsy, I cannot find my words, I get sweaty armpits. Anyways, let's do this. And I'm gonna make this a loop, because then we can reuse this a few times. Alright, it's getting there. Mr. Insecurity. And then I get so insecure and I get clumsy. Okay, now it deserves a render. Cute. So that looks decent. Now let's throw that upside down and put it under the stairs. Alright, and then the lion enters the top of the hill. I gained all my confidence, and then I opened the door at the social event and roar! And I really want to feel that pain for a moment in that shot. So it's gonna be like, ah, good. So Let's get this mouth shape really differently. I really want to do that thing what lions do when they do like, not just a roar, like ah, they often do like a ah, you really feel the pain. It's like a weird pressure in the body, like when you look at the references of lions, they always do like it's like me when I eat too much white bread. Don't have that problem when I'm nervous. Anyways, and then he or me look down my leg and sees how Mr. Hesitation, Mr. Insecurity is catching up. But then, like with my YouTube channel, I felt confident having all these videos ready to show you, but then the last minute I do feel suddenly insecure. What if people are gonna hate it? What if people think that I'm amateur? What if people hate me? Insecure sets in, but this is where I'm like, no, I'm just gonna do it, and we need to fight through and just see what happens. And then in the end, just like with going to social events, to fun drinks, lunches, it always ends up with great people, we're having fun, having nice chats, nothing really awkward happened. It's all just in the head. So that's something I really want to say though, like not give in. And I'm saying this now and I look really cool, but actually right now I'm all the way there, and now I get pulled back to reality, back to my circle of life, and eventually I get a little upset about it. So let's add in a little, like a little roar, a little acting out like I'm a little annoyed by myself. So let's add it in. And then he's looking at Mr. Insecurity who's coming back, and then we're back to the start. Animation is done, I think. How can we make this more interesting visually though? What if every time he steps on the step, it's gonna light up? So visually, we really feel like he's going into the light. He's stepping towards the light. Light, 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 every time he goes up. But then Insecurity, the cat, makes it dark again. Yeah, I think that's done. Let's render it out. Alright, now last thing I need is just a cool voiceover, because my voice, let's be honest, my accent, I don't want to ruin this. So I want to have a good, strong, deep voiceover, and I asked Jared Betsy to do the voiceover and he did a great job. So now let's just have a look at the final result.
I'm doing my best to keep my head up high, yet inside doubts still fly. Despite my stature, worries can creep, drowning my confidence into the deep. But within me, I hear a roar, reminding me of what's in store. Though feeling small, I stand my ground, ready to rise with a powerful sound. But then the hesitation starts to creep in, and insecurity starts to begin. I'm doing my best to keep my head up high, yet inside doubts still fly. Despite my stature, worries can creep, drowning my confidence into the deep.
Yeah, I think I'm pretty happy with this one. It's a really cool end result. I'm really happy with the voiceover by Jared Betsy. He did a great job, made it feel like a whole final product now. Thank you again to Massimo Righi for the rigs. Awesome job as always. I'm super happy with this, and I'm happy that I could make something negative in my life into a positive product. I really hope you enjoy watching this, and also if you feel like you're struggling yourself, please let me know in the comments. I really hope you feel a little less alone with this. If you want to see how I animated this, go check out the Visual Effects Masterclass where I have around 11 hours of this. So yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye!